example, if I'm dressing the deities in the morning, I can't chant early, then to say that I'm going to chant from 10 to 12. And show up means start at that time and be present, actually be present, 100% in the chanting. Number 2, find a private place. I think it was Sri Nama Dasa who had a small room in his house. New Vrindavan is a huge place. You can go and chant in the forest, chant in a cow barn. Find a place where you can be alone, because although devotees know what chanting is, they will always come and disturb you. Always come and say, Prabhu, are you busy now? Can I ask you a question? Can I please engage you in, I'm sure Mother Lakshmi gets this all the time, please can I get so much me? So try to find a private place where it's you and the Lord. We don't always take this relationship very seriously. Like when we're talking to someone, we're absorbed, it's us and them. But when we're talking to Krishna, we don't always take it that seriously. Number 3, enter a submissive mood. Srila Prabhupada said that real chanting is like a child pleading for the mother. I don't know if any of you have been in a supermarket when one kid gets lost. My parents used to always instruct us when we were small, if you get lost, stay in the last place where we were together, so that me and your mother will think about, okay, we will buy the chips, or we will buy the sweets, or whatever. Anyway, that's beside the point. If you ever see a kid that gets lost, when he screams, "Ba, ba, ba," he's really 100% sincere. He is not joking. He really, really wants his mother, and that's how much we should want Krishna. We should be pleading that, Lord, we've had this relationship somehow, I've lost you. Please engage me in your service. Number 4, don't keep track of your rounds all the time. Some devotees chant to get finished. So we should try, the best kind of chanting actually is if you can chant all 16 rounds at the same time, which I'm going to say just now. If you can chant all 16 rounds at the same time, but try not to look, okay, I've done 1, I've done 2, because it spoils the mood. Try to get into the mood of hearing. Number 5, don't chant 16 rounds.
Chant more.
Chant more. Srila Prabhupada said, no. And actually, many spiritual masters now, when the disciple is taking a vow, the vow is minimum of 16 rounds per day. Sometimes you find that after the 16 rounds, that's when the real nectar begins, because now you know, I've done what I promised my Guru, and now this is like extra, going to extra time. 6, keep a chanting log. So this means you keep a book, and when you finish chanting, you say, today my mind was telling me this and this and that, and I had this problem, and I had this ready. So you write the pros and cons, the good things and the bad things. Then tomorrow before you chant, or sometime before you chant, try to sort out those problems in your mind and tell yourself that I'm not going to think about these things today. But also, something good that happened, try to increase the quality of the good thing that happened. 7, find devotees who have a deep desire to connect with the holy name. In some temples you actually find some devotees who, they really get into, for example, Sachinanda Maharaj's books, and they want to sit and discuss about their realizations, other devotees' realizations. This is something really worthwhile getting into, because chanting and hearing is the most important thing. We put a lot of stress on service, but actually chanting is the most important thing. Number 8, chant as early as you can. Srila Prabhupada said if you chant before, as early as you can. Srila Prabhupada said that if you chant before 10 o'clock, you'll have a stress-free day. Those of you who've woken up at 2 o'clock and chanted 16 rounds before Mangala Arati, that's when you have the most powerful day. You really, really feel good on those days. I see Prabhu has some realization. Number 9, I mentioned this before, I'm going to say it again. Try to chant all 16 rounds at the same time. It really makes a difference if you chant 2 here and 4 there. Because what happens is, the longer you're chanting, the mind starts to get fixed on the mantra. When you chant 2 here, you're thinking, I have to go and cook, what am I going to cook? And then you chant another 4 and you think, geez, I didn't wash my clothes yet. So you can get rid of all those stupid thoughts in the first 2 rounds, and at least the next 14 rounds are going to be nectarian. And then tomorrow you work on getting rid of all the rubbish in the first round. Number 10, set aside some time to do some slow rounds. What it means is, after your 16 rounds, you decide according to your time, and you chant maybe 4 rounds, deliberately, slowly. You sit, you close your eyes, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You really, really focus. We can't do that for all 16 rounds because it will take like 4 hours or something like that. And most of us don't have that much time. But at least for 1 or 2 rounds, we should really, really try to slow down and focus on the mind. This is good after your 16 rounds, because if you've chanted 16 rounds in a row, by the time you get to the 16th round, your mind has become a little bit disciplined. By the way, how do we control the mind? What did Srila Prabhupada say in this regard?
Engage the mind in Krishna.
Very interestingly, when Giriraj Maharaj was with Srila Prabhupada, one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, how do we control the mind? And Srila Prabhupada's reply was, we can't. He said, but you can pray to Lord Nityananda to help you. So the final one is, obviously, to pay attention while chanting. When we recite the 10 offenses to the holy name, not paying attention is considered the 11th offense. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that this offense is the cause of all the other offenses. Because if one is really paying attention, one's devotional aptitude will increase. And one will not want to offend Krishna. One will become very, very conscious that I should not offend Krishna. We should learn how to treat the holy name as a deity. Actually, we could put the Maha Mantra on the altar and worship him because he's a deity.